World of T-Shirts is one of the most popular lolcows on the internet right now.
New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. Now you're in New York.
He's known for being mildly autistic, stomping a fish's brains in, and consuming enough alcohol to kill a moose. What started off as an innocent kid with mental health issues singing and dancing to trendy songs in the background has transformed into a money-hungry gremlin and raging alcoholic.
I think I'll take my whiskey knee.
Let's find out what went wrong. World of T-Shirts is from Long Island, New York, and was raised alongside his brother Jacob while they were still living with his mother and father. Reportedly, they were a very normal family. Both his mom and his dad were in his life, and they were, from what it seems, happily married. But that all changed in 2015, when Josh's mom died of ovarian cancer. Josh was only 14 at the time, and the death of a parent affects young kids horribly, even when they don't struggle with autism. The death of Mrs. Block not only affected Josh and his brother, but it took a huge toll on their father. According to Josh, his dad is now in rehab for drug addiction, which first started after the tragic death of his wife. The Block children went from having a stable home with two loving parents to being completely alone with both parents out of the picture. As we get further into the video, I urge you to keep these events in mind, because it really makes the way Josh is acting today make complete sense. Josh Block first rose to fame on TikTok under the alias World of T-Shirts. He started posting in the year 2019 and ended up going viral within his first 3 months of posting. The first video to gain traction consisted of Josh saying "exotic food check" and then eating 3 bugs he laid out on a plate.
Yo, exotic food check.
Josh would continue posting these exotic food check videos as well as other content that featured Josh singing trendy songs or showing off his insane parkour skills.
Yo, exotic food check.
By Christmas of 2019, he was approaching 50k followers and over 1 million likes across his TikTok page.
The one thing I want for Christmas, 1 million likes.
Josh was born August 7th, 2001, so around this time he was 18 years old. Just 6 months before his 19th birthday, Josh hit 100,000 followers on TikTok and took to social media to celebrate. Although Josh loved his newfound TikTok fame, it was just the beginning. He was growing very fast around this time, so much so that within 2 months of hitting 100k followers, Josh had already reached 228,000 total followers. It's really crazy to see when you go back through all his content. Before turning 21, Josh would be going out in public, dancing, screaming, and making videos that took some actual effort to create.
New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. Now you're in New York.
But after his 21st birthday, Josh's content really started to fall off. It became all about drinking in public instead of being funny. Now, don't get me wrong, I do find Josh's content even now after becoming an alcoholic very funny, but for much different reasons than before. From basically the very beginning of his TikTok career all the way to August 6th of 2022, Josh was funny because he did things most people would never do in public. And because he had autism, so he would just say funny stuff sometimes without even realizing. But from August 7th, 2022 until now, Josh makes people laugh not because he's funny, but because his life is falling apart. Since turning 21, World of T-Shirts has made the transition from TikTok creator to lolcow, and it hasn't been pretty. The beginning of the end for World of T-Shirts, in my opinion, happened on June 5th, 2021. In this clip, you'll see Josh gleefully stomping the brains out of a small fish.
Hier ist der TikTok.
The dirty pond isn't right.
What are you doing?
From what I've gathered, the fish was already dead, but people didn't know that at first, and Josh received a lot of backlash online as well as in real life, in the form of swatting, because of this incident. Shortly after the hate started pouring in, Josh came out with an apology video.
I sincerely apologize about stomping the fish. The fish was dead, but it was still wrong. Please forgive me. I'm sorry, it was a very terrible thing I did.
I honestly can't tell if he was sincere in his apology here. Part of me thinks he was, and another part says he's just scared because of all the rude comments he'd been receiving. But it doesn't really matter either way. The fish incident is constantly being brought up in any stream Josh is featured on. Although it was a relatively small speck on the record of Josh Block, it was an important one, because as I said earlier, to me this was the beginning of the end of World of T-Shirts. You can really see how alcohol is affecting Josh's behavior when he has one of his regularly scheduled public meltdowns.
Okay.
Oh god, Josh just threw up on my floor.
I'm sorry.
Oh, my beautiful home, I gotta clean it, I gotta deal with it.
None of these types of incidents were occurring when Josh was sober, so it's hard to not blame this way of life on his new habit of daily binge drinking. These types of incidents became extremely popular on Josh's NYC tours, as you can see from these clips.
What are you guys doing?
Someone's meeting him. Someone's meeting him.
Where's the hat? Where's the hat?
The red guy in the red. In red.
Where is it? Where? I was wearing it and someone stole it.
Where? What's he? Any?
Oh god. Where's the fucking hat? Somebody stole it. Who would want to steal a fucking hat? Fucking jaw, I'm fucking done! Ah, your face is... I feel like I should... You're fine!
Suck my fucking dick, pussy! Suck my dick! Yo, run him over! Yo, run him over!
No! Bro, listen, we got... You're shady! What the fuck?
It's not just on his tours though. He will have these meltdowns by himself simply roaming around the city. It reminds me of Daniel Larson and Andy Ditch so much when I see Josh having these drunk public freakouts. And being categorized to the likes of those two definitely classifies you as a lolcow in my eyes.
Joshua Block, also known as World of T-Shirts, is arguably the internet's most infamous alcoholic. During COVID, World of T-Shirts amassed a huge following sharing videos of him drinking coffee and boba. As time went on and the years passed, he went from a seemingly innocent young man into a binge-drinking, raging alcoholic. Now, most alcoholics spend most of their lives hiding in the shadows and refraining from posting their self-destructive habits on the internet.
While we're on the subject of other lolcows, a canon event in the downfall of World of T-Shirts was when Josh Block and Daniel Larson met up to make some content together.
Daniel, say hello. This is Joshua Block.
Hold on,
Let's see you shake hands. Shake hands, guys.
hold on, let me get...
Hi, Daniel. Good to see you, buddy. How you feeling? What's it like to meet Josh in person? Yeah.
This monumental moment took place on May 10th of 2023 and was documented in a TikTok live from Michael Quinn, Josh's manager. Honestly, the live was pretty uneventful and nothing crazy happened that tarnished the World of T-Shirts reputation. Even though there was no public meltdown, the fact that Josh was with Daniel in general hurt his reputation in my opinion. You really can't blame anyone other than Quinn though. He knows Daniel's negative reputation and can clearly see the implications of the two hanging out, but still chose to have Josh meet him. The same way that Michael Quinn encourages Josh to associate with people who hurt his reputation, he encourages him to drink and hit the bars in New York City.
My life be like
Anything can happen and the Bronx.
As I mentioned earlier, since Josh's 21st birthday, he has been drinking basically non-stop, and because of it, you'll see he exhibits the symptoms of alcohol withdrawals quite regularly. In this clip, you can see Josh's hand shaking extremely bad while trying to take a fireball shot in the train station.
I think I'll take my whiskey neat, my my coffee black and in my bed at 3. You're too sweet for me. You're too sweet for me.
There's actually a page on TikTok called World of Alcohol Tracker whose sole purpose is to track the amount of drinks Josh has on a daily basis. In a video from around November of 2023, the drink tracker page posted a video where Josh was seen having 16 drinks in total throughout the day. Not just beers either. That's a mix of cocktails and beer, but mostly cocktails. This amount of drinks on an average weekday is absolutely insane and is a clear sign of alcoholism. It's hard to even explain, but the role alcohol has played in the downfall of Josh Block is easily the most important and damaging factor. If you don't know who Michael Quinn is, allow me to explain. I said earlier that he plays the role of Josh's manager, but there's more to the arrangement than meets the eye. Michael and Josh first met back in April of 2022, and it didn't go well. Then about 1 month later, Quinn and Josh went live together and talked about their previous interaction.
I met Josh through TikTok as he started following me, and he asked to meet up.
Liar, liar. First contact was made by Quinn April 8th, 22.
So continue running the city for Long Island. I'll continue to run the city from New York City. Lived here since the 1970s. Great job, pal.
1 month later, Quinn went live with Josh to smooth tensions after the bad look. Quinn kept in touch with Josh until he turned 21, when he invited him drinking.
So listen, Josh isn't he has high-functioning autism, meaning he's smarter than all of you. He can decide who his friends are.
Being famous, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. There's gonna be a lot of haters and trolls.
The Michael Quinn effect.
Basically smoothing things over. After this, Michael kept in touch with Josh over social media until he turned 21. Then all bets were off. The two began going out and drinking all the time, and after a while, Michael convinced Josh to give him a % of the money he makes in exchange for providing his services as a manager. Now you might be wondering, why would Josh trust Michael Quinn to handle all this promotional and social media business? And the answer is pretty surprising. Michael Quinn has a history of business success in the food industry and actually made a few $1 million doing it. Michael and his brother Joe Quinn purchased the well-known hot dog brand known as Feltman's, located in Coney Island. The two had another brother named Jimmy who died in the 9/11 attacks, and when you combine that with the fact that Joe Quinn also served in the army during Iraq and Afghanistan, they had a pretty compelling sales pitch. They were selling a ton of hot dogs and making millions, all the way up until the pandemic hit. Since 2022, there hasn't been any updates about the ownership of Feltman's on Google, so according to them, Michael Quinn is still the owner. This was also confirmed by posts from Michael on social media in 2023, so I haven't seen any evidence that proves he is not currently an owner in this famous hot dog brand, while still filming a kid with autism for views and money. Looking back on everything, it's pretty clear to me that alcohol, bad friendships, and a lack of parental guidance can be blamed for the downfall of World of T-Shirts. He isn't totally gone yet though. There is still plenty of time for Josh to turn his life around, but for that to happen, he would need new friends, a new daily schedule, and new habits. It wouldn't be easy for him at all, but with time it could be possible. As of late, Josh has been hanging out with mrbased way more than he has Michael Quinn. He's also been drinking slightly less and melting down in public on a slightly less regular basis. Honestly, since Josh has started hanging out with mrbased, his addiction seems to have become a small bit better. Yes, he was just recently hospitalized drinking with mrbased, but other than that, it's not all that bad compared to his behavior before mrbased. On his TikTok page, it's all been the same, just videos of Josh going around drinking. Most recently, he's been on vacation. First, he went to Puerto Rico, then to the Dominican Republic, and is still there as of the day I recorded this, but should be home in the next 3 to 4 days. Even while on vacation, the posts remain the same, except instead of drinking in the streets of New York, he's on a beach under the palm trees. Unless Josh gets his drinking under control, there will inevitably be more Daniel Larson style freakouts in the future. I hope he doesn't go down that road, but with the way things are going now, we could see a very dark ending for the King of New York. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you want to see my sources for this video, check out my Twitter, which is at redmanspeaksyt. I'll have all the links posted there. I love you, have a good one, peace.